Slade LeBlanc writes, "Hello, movie fans. In regards to the Star Trek Into Darkness discussion on Mailbag, it has got me thinking, why do studios greenlight scripts like the ones for Dragon Ball Evolution or The Last Airbender instead of getting someone to rewrite it or make it better? For a movie like The Last Airbender, why not try to make the best out of the script and film instead of being dubbed? Worst movie of 2010. Would love to hear your thoughts. Love the show."
Hey, thanks a lot for the question, Slade, and it's a good question, a question I get sent to a lot. Here's the thing, though. We all think, a lot of us are guilty of this, we all think making a good movie is so easy. Yeah. Why don't they just make a good one? And, you know, I often get in these arguments with people. You know, people say, well, they didn't really care about this, or that director didn't really care about that movie, or they didn't really try on that movie. Look, I'm going to tell you right now, straight up, studios care. They want people to like their movies, because the more you like their movie, the more money they will make. They care. A director cares about every film that he makes. Why? Because his future as a director will often depend on how good his last film was. I mean, everybody cares and everybody wants to make good stuff, and they try. I mean, I'll tell you right now, I have read scripts to movies. I remember, what was the sequel to Clash of the Titans? Wrath of the Titans, right? I read that script 6 months before the movie came out. And I'm telling you, it read really well. Yeah. I read that script and I was like, this is going to be great. You're reading it on the page. But man, there is a big step from taking that script and then bringing it to the big screen, and a lot of translation that happens and all this kind of stuff. So while maybe you're reading it on a page and it sounds great and it plays out a certain way in your head, when they actually make it and it comes actually to the big screen in front of your eyes, then maybe you realize maybe this wasn't so good. Right. And look, when these studios greenlight these scripts, they greenlight them because they think they have potential. They greenlight them because they think there's something good in there. Maybe it's not a great story, but it'll make great spectacle, which is another question we'll get to in a bit. Maybe it's not this, but it'll be that. They try, and then sometimes it just doesn't work out, because making a good movie is a really, really, really hard thing to do, which is why we idolize so many of the guys who do consistently do it well, because there's so few people who can actually pull it off. So why don't they try and make better ones? They do try to make better ones. Every time they greenlight it, they think they've got a good one, but it doesn't always work out. Dennis, as a filmmaker yourself, you've got a perspective on this. How do you see it?
I think politics also plays a lot into it. I mean, when he's talking about The Last Airbender, well, M. Night actually, he wrote the script for it, you know, and it has to do with politics of, you know, his position of power. He's able to do that. He said, okay, I'm directing, I'm going to write it too, even if that's not in the best interest of the movie. Right. And maybe now he has less power. People are going to say, hey, you know, you got to have this kind of read by someone else or fixed up. But at that time, he had the power to do that. So I think that plays into it. And I agree with you. Like, it's not always, you know, sometimes the script can be fantastic and the movie just, you know, and the director maybe doesn't have the same vision, or the same, is not really, I mean, it's a cliche, he's not on the same page as the screenwriter. So sometimes that just doesn't come out right.
It gets lost in translation.
There's just so many elements between the actors and the director and the writer and the producers, and everyone doesn't have the same vision usually, so getting it from page to picture is hard.
Difficult.
If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to AMC Movie News on YouTube. It's free and a great way to stay updated with all the latest movie news, and check out our daily show, AMC Movie Talk. Also, don't forget to check us out on Facebook and Twitter to stay in the loop for our special prizes, giveaways, and contests.